Hi everybody, welcome to the next episode of my vlog. This one's going to be a little bit different. Today we're going to talk about juicing, and not in a way bodybuilders juice, but quite literally actually. We're going to make vegetable juice. The vegetable juice is what I start my day with. It's my breakfast, right? Instead of eating cereal with some milk, what is quite traditional, I start with a juice, and I've been doing it for 1.5 years now, and I really find that this way of starting the day with a cup of coffee helps me to wake up better, recover better, get better to sleep. Basically, it gives me a better life. It's quite heavy, but actually that's what it does, because I've read and watched a lot of documentaries about food, and we eat a lot of processed food, a lot of meat, a lot of dairy, and that's not natural. I can really recommend you watching on Netflix some documentaries about it, like Cowspiracy and Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. That's a really nice documentary about the juice we're gonna make today. I believe the guy who made the documentary is called Joe Cross. So it is really interesting. If you like it, watch it and let me know what you think of it in the comments. But basically, I follow this principle, not really a diet, but just common sense. Ages ago, when we were not living in nice houses and couldn't go to the supermarket to buy our foods, people had to find their foods. They go out and whatever they could find, they could eat. Basically, most of the foods were growing right outside their living place, right? If you look outside, it's green. So they ate vegetables, fruits, just the stuff they could find and that was there every day, that couldn't run away. Every now and then, an animal came by. They catch the animal, they eat it. So the meat consumption was very low. And nowadays, our diets are based around meat. And especially for us athletes, they say, oh, you have to eat a lot of protein, animal protein. And I did it as well. But I felt always a little bit tired, bloated, not so, well, fit maybe. And then I looked into it, and in vegetables are a lot of proteins. They just don't mention them. But there are a lot of proteins in vegetables. So instead of eating maybe half a kilo of meat every day and drinking a lot of protein shakes, and if I do, they're plant-based, I try to eat as much vegetables as possible, or better, drink them. So how I drink my vegetables is what I'm going to show you guys right now. So I've already prepared the vegetables and the fruits. I've cut them and washed them. So if we take a look at what we're going to use today, we have some fresh ginger and turmeric, very great and powerful ingredient, also for tea. But today we're going to use them in the juice. Some lime, very much vitamins in it, and it gives a very great taste in the juice. Cucumber, especially cucumber contains a lot of water, so instead of adding water and make it more drinkable, we use cucumber. We use a boiled beet for the taste and the vitamins in it. Tomatoes if you're from England. Apple, again, it's a sweet fruit. You can use strawberries or whatever you like, doesn't really matter actually. And some carrots. I really like the taste of carrots. Basically, this is one of the ingredients we use for our juice, and you can experiment with what taste you like and what taste you don't like. So it's not that you have to make this kind of juice, depending on what you like. So for instance, if we ate broccoli the day before, we prepare the big stem and we use it in our juice. It's a shame to throw it away, and it's great to use those vitamins again in your juice. So let's start juicing. Just gonna put everything in it. It grinds it. As you can see, the filter removed a lot of the foam that was created by the machine. So you can do without a filter depending on your juicer. But the way this one works, create a perfect clear juice, really drinkable. But again, it's your own preference, doesn't really matter. But as you can see, if you take a closer look, all this kind of foam, I don't really like it in my juice. It's not bad stuff, but you know, it's just not that tasteful. So we take it out, and here you can really see all the flavors together with the turmeric and everything. So we stir it a bit, so it's a nice juice. Enjoy it. So every morning when I drink my juice, I take some supplements as well, because with the kind of stress I put on my body, I can't get every nutrient and every kind of mineral from my food. So that's why I take supplements. Basically, these are the three that are mostly important for me. One of them is this one, the glucosamine. It helps to keep the joints fit, because especially with Jiu Jitsu and weightlifting, all those joints, they get a lot of beats. Maybe someone pulls your arm, you tap too late, you fall on your knee, you twist your knee, lift a heavy weight, sprain a muscle. So that's why I take this one. I recommend it to everybody, right? Just look it up on the internet, just find some pure glucosamine, and it's perfect. Brand doesn't really matter. So that's one of them. Another one I take is calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Especially for the zinc and magnesium, it's a very important mineral, but often it's neglected. It helps you with sleeping, and well, actually, if you don't take it, you don't really notice it. You don't really notice that you don't sleep that well, that you don't recover that well. So again, people talk about, oh, drink and eat a lot of proteins, but they neglect the minerals. But these are the building stones you need for muscle and recovery. So that's why I take some zinc and magnesium in one pill. Again, brand doesn't really matter. Just look and see what works for you. And another one I take is some B12. Why? I just mentioned I don't eat a lot of meat, but we do need some B12. So just to be sure, I take one pill of these every day, and I eat meat once a week, if possible. Not processed meat, but to be honest, I do like a burger. But yeah, so some B12. Otherwise, at one point, if you don't eat meat and don't take any B12, you might feel a bit dizzy when you walk around. It's like the world is turning. So yeah, that's when you notice you have a defect of B12. So I take some B12, and then I didn't take it out as a big bag, but I take some protein shake after a heavy workout. Like I said, plant-based protein. I do realize that this isn't a full diet. I just want to give you guys an insight of how I start my day, and I don't feel it's my place to tell you what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. It's just an insight, and please let me know in the comment what you think. If you want to know something more about it, or if you disagree. If you want to start a discussion or have questions, you can also send me a personal message. I'm happy to answer it. And I hope you liked today's episode. Like I said, it's not a full diet. We can talk a bit more about food if you guys like. Just let me know. But for now, I thought this was a very important thing to share with you guys. So I hope to see you all next week. We still have some nice subjects to cover. Like I said, we're going to talk about the weight training. We're going to do an interview. We're going to do the shooting of the new promo video and lots of other stuff. So see you guys next week.